Supercharge your total awareness level box set, guide to train and improve your mind and spirit excellence to existence. First book, Supercharge your mind energy level ultimate guide to enhance your inner power. Presentation. With a specific end goal to stay tuned into your energy and vitality levels, you require home base basic needs. Home base incorporates covering fundamental needs, filling your mind and body, and an inside establishment based on trust, inner qualities, and mental/physical quality. From this home base environment, this grounded root, you could be conscious in your body and have the capacity to communicate with progress. Starting from the earliest stage, we construct establishment. Starting from the top, head to heart, we can envision, to utilize dialect, and to focus the existing circumstances. Listening to the heart, recognizing thought sequences, understanding condition and propensities, envisioning about where you need to be and what you're craving to make in your life. Both action and intention are required to develop power. When we act without aim, we are just reacting and making a half-hearted effort, letting life befall us. When we have expectations however don't follow up on them, we are in a state of inactivity, stuck in the mind and permitting life to happen without us. It is just when we have activity and plan together that we make centered movement. Each moment, each thought, each activity is either doing one of two things, attracting us closer to where we need to be, or keeping us right where we are. Honing to sharpen your mind. The World Health Organization characterizes mental well-being as the state of prosperity of the thinking process in which you find your capacities, have the capacity adapt to evolve, are gainful, and have the capacity help to unite the society. If you don't demonstrate these qualities, you are most likely rationally unhealthy, and it is imperative for you to know why and how to manage it. Dysfunctional behavior is something that we manage day by day and at different levels. Some are less rationally sick, while others are all the more rationally sick, actually arriving at serious and weakening levels. Nervousness is the mother of all unbalanced. Nervousness towards yourself, your work, your connections, or your society can result in anxiety, which can prompt maladjustment. Uneasiness is not a foe, rather, it is your companion. The moment you have the capacity to bridle your nervousness, you recapture full control of your life. One approach to overcome with tension is to get to know your apprehensions, and own and grasp them without giving them a chance to take control. Those apprehensions, whether reasonable or not, are a part of you. However, provide for them a space and they will turn into your ruler. Fear is a natural feeling, yet it can likewise be a deadening feeling, particularly if left unchecked. When you feel the strain brought about by dread and uneasiness, try to solve it with ease. For instance, ignore your mind. Chuckling is still the best stress reliever. Find out the companions who can make you chuckle or whom you can giggle with. Change your surroundings every so often. Go out for a brisk walk and get some outside fresh nature's air. Associate socially with your neighbors and companions. These are the parts of the approaches to stay in good mood. If you need to be doing and have all the more in your life, the first phase of the procedure is decreasing the effect of these disappointment indications. Once more, it's no more muddled than that is basic. Individuals who win in life and the individuals who don't have a particular negative propensity or addictive thought example can actually get over the preoccupations, change the importance of brief setbacks in their personalities so that their mental states aren't adversely influenced. When you are great at something, or at any rate in the event that you have no inconvenience in a specific zone of life, succeeding may feel smooth. At the point when things happen, you don't let it shake you. You aren't enticed to act inverse to what you know is best. You can keep dread at any rate. Uncertainty is no place to be found. Green smoothies. If you have never contemplated drinking your verdant greens, then you are in for an enormous amazement in light of the fact that green smoothies taste astounding. Green smoothies are clear green fluid nourishment that tastes yummy and gives you a support of vitality and hydration in a glass. Joining green verdant vegetables and products of the soil in a smoothie is the ideal path for you to delight in supplement-thick entire sustenance nourishment in a perfect and simple way. Mixing verdant greens and products of the soil into a fluid structure breaks the plant cell dividers which permit the supplements that are put away inside the plant's cells to be accessible to our bodies on a cell level. Green smoothies are likewise simple for our bodies to process in light of the fact that the activity of mixing breaks down the fiber into a fluid structure that is much simpler to retain and use. Plant sustenance or verdant greens and tree-grown foods are loaded with protein, amino acids, cell reinforcements, microsupplements, proteins, polyphenols, vitamins, minerals and fiber. Moreover, verdant greens contain elevated amounts of chlorophyll, which is the plasma and green color of the plant, which is a strong blood developer. Chlorophyll is biochemically just about indistinguishable to hemoglobin in human blood, with the main exemption being that chlorophyll is bound by a particle of magnesium and hemoglobin is bound by a molecule of iron. At the point when verifying you consume with the seasons pivoting your leafy foods greens often so you can get a wide mixture of different flavors and supplements. Drinking green smoothies daily will increase alkalinity in your body while diminishing acidic development. Help fortify your immunity. Enhance to securely clean and detoxify your body. Help you get more fit in a simple and viable way. Substantially build your vitality level and stamina. Promote better absorption and osmosis of basic nutrients. Help lessen yearnings for refined sugar and perk. Help execute unsafe or harmful microorganisms in your body. Science of brainwaves pattern. Acceptance. Research is in continuation to discover that positive thinking is considerably more beneficial than simply being joyful or showing a blissful mental state. Positive thoughts can really make true esteem in your life and help you create aptitudes and skills that last much longer than a pleasant personality. The power of positive thinking has a foundation in physical science. Since everything is energy and everything has a particular vibration, and on the grounds that like attracts like, the nature of your thoughts can't resist the opportunity to pull in circumstances with comparative vibrations. You may discuss that the vibrations of your surroundings and circumstances influence your own specific vibrations. That is genuine, yet just if you permit them to. You can see the high vibrations of love and bliss has much more power than the low vibrations of fear and antagonism. Since everything is energy and everything has a particular vibration, and on the grounds that like pulls like, the nature of your thoughts can't resist the opportunity to pull in circumstances with comparable vibrations. What we don't do, generally, is raise our vibration through positive thinking to the point where accepting is seeing. The point where your thoughts permit the antagonism around you, and start affecting your circumstances. Do you see life as a fight, or as a struggle? Do you end up faulting, whining or criticizing? It is safe to say that you are happy, or for the most time troubled. If you said yes to any of these, even on some level you are not alone. That is the thing that a number of our lives are similar to. We simply don't accept that our thoughts have the ability to impact our physical and emotional reality. We don't have faith in our power of energy. Try to see it some people you appreciate, the ones who appear to have everything. There are a lot of helpless rich people. That is the reason you're recognizing them. They're on your projection to reveal to you that you can carry on with that life as well. So what's the difference between them and others? It's not heredity fortunes, high education or luck. A portion of the world's most famous people were born into the poorest conditions and had assorted types of obstructions to succeed. So there must be an inner variable at play here. The distinction is the nature of their thinking process. They decide to think emphatically. They decide to think as far as what might be achieved and maintain to avoid from what isn't possible. Regarding probability, there is no limit. What they think about happens same as you and same as others. It's a matter of your thoughts, your inner world, transcending the conditions of the external world. The blissful, positive, constructive, Creative, effective people decide to see the magnificence and beauty in everything. They see the silver covering in the good fortunes and opportunities. They don't permit outside impacts to disturb their feeling of prosperity and well-being. Also, guess what? The more positively they think, the more they pull in the great things they need in life. Suppose you were to begin giving heartiest thankfulness for everything in your life, the good and the cheerful as well as the terrible, the unnerving, the upsetting, the troublesome, the tormenting. Imagine a scenario where you were to begin seeing the endowments and lessons in everything, and the magnificence in all people. Consider the possibility that you were to understand that your joy does not rely upon anything besides your choice to be upbeat and happy. Imagine a scenario where you said to yourself, I don't need to permit this to pull me down. I can manage this circumstance in a soul of optimism, good faith and delight of living. Access to mind patterns with password therapy. It is safe to say that you are prepared to hack your mind? When you are in the state of relaxed mindfulness known as the alpha level, you can begin using talk attestations, verbal orders, strong positive feelings and imaginative visualization to put in new programming. The truth of the concept is thoughts produce feelings. Feelings are the most motivational compel out there and move your activities. Your activities get you come about. Along these lines, you can perceive how such a little financing in yourself is worth pressing out of an occupied day. The everyday rehearse goes like this: enter the thoughtful state, concentrate on what you want, a real value of love, and use imaginative visualization, positive feelings and positive chat toward oneself with slowly begin fabricating new unique passwords. Clutch that thought/picture/feeling as long as you can. Within 30 days, you'll feel like that new creative suggestion is natural and a part of you. Obviously the verification is in your activities. When you begin being consistent about taking new openings and looking for approaches to make your fantasy happen, you know you're supposing the right path. Natural unity attitude of children. Take inspiration and encouragement from little children. Their creative imaginations and impulses are unlimited as of the universe. They think as far as conceivable outcomes and possibilities. Certainly, they don't have obligations or responsibilities, however they also don't have the freedom to do what they need. You can do, in the event that you decide to. The effective people in life have the obligations and responsibilities, however some way or another, things all fall into circumstances for them, since the positive attitude decides the course of their lives. Would you rather associate with people who are euphoric and pleasant, or people who talk negative and agony? Which ones do you naturally incline toward? If you find that people around you are dominatingly negative, regardless if it's not outer personality, then that affects your specific current vibration. Keep in mind, like attracts like, and the people, whose negativity surrounds them, are not getting and experiencing the pleasure out of the life. A child who runs in the field, swinging on tree branches and playing with companions, creates the capacity to move physically, physical abilities, the capability to play with others and communicate with a social group, social aptitudes, and the capability to elaborate and look at their natural surroundings, inventive and creative aptitudes. As such, the positive feelings of play and happiness incite the child to enhance aptitudes that are valuable and beneficial in normal life. These aptitudes keep going any longer than the feelings that enhanced them. A long time later, that establishment of physical development may form into a genius as a national player, or the relational abilities may bloom into an occupation offer as a business chief. The bliss that enhanced the creation and making of new aptitudes has since a long time ago finished, yet the basic and past abilities live on. Positive thinking isn't simply a delicate and cushy feel-great term. Yes, it's good to essentially be blissful, yet those moments of bliss are likewise discriminating for opening your mental efficiency to elaborate and enhance the abilities that get to be so essential in various parts of your life. Elaborating approaches to get happiness, satisfaction and positive feelings into your life, Whether it is through yoga, meditation, writing, playing the games, or else other possibilities, gives more than simply a momentary decrease in anxiety and stress. Times of positive feeling and unhindered investigation are the point at which you see the conceivable outcomes for how your past experiences adjust into your future life, when you start to improve aptitudes that bloom into helpful abilities later on, and when you start the urge for further exploration and experiences. Vibration energy. Everything is energy, and all that we can see, listen, touch, taste and smell is form of diverse wavelengths vibrating at distinctive frequencies. Our mind is similar to an interpreter that can decipher these frequencies into what we see to be our physical personality. So we express the condensed energy as an animal, or a tree, or someone else. We see them as physical or solid, yet break them to their smallest particles and they're all simply energy. There are non-physical energies also, obviously. Our thinking process, for instance, are simply distinctive vibrations energy. Each time you think something, you convey that thought's specific vibration. In the event that a thought makes you feel good, then it's a positive thought, it is vibrating at a higher frequency. If a thought makes you feel bad, it's a negative thought, it's vibrating at a lower frequency. In this way, I dislike you has a much lower frequency than I cherish you, for instance. The more awareness you provide for a thought, the more thoughts of the similar vibration will go along with it. This is the law of attraction in activity, like attracts like. As the vibration develops, it gets to be stronger, steadier, and more able to attract others with the similar frequencies. The more consideration you give to a subject, the simpler it gets to be to ponder it, and the more proof you see in your surroundings supporting your thoughts about it. If you think the world is an unpleasant place and give more time viewing negative news, searching for repulsive and pitiful stories and spending hours conversing with others about how the world is going in downtrend, more stories supporting this surrounding perspective will find you. At those negative situations, if you meet somebody who thinks the world is a sublime spot, they're presumably going to bother you. The vitality of their thoughts is totally strange to you. The thinking process structure a collective vibration. Some of your thoughts are more negative and some are more positive, however the greater parts of your thoughts are going to be in virtually the same range. If you think overwhelmingly positive thoughts, your natural vibration is going to be higher than if you think negative thoughts. What's more, this collective vibration will influence what thoughts or vibrations you have admittance to. If you are an overwhelmingly negative person, you'll have a difficult time thinking merry, sunshiny, cheerful thoughts. It's not impossible, yet it's very troublesome. Thus, would we say we are then simply an accumulation of our thoughts? Not so much. We are pure and positive energy. Our natural being is one of the higher vibrations. In this way, if you have no thoughts, as in the moments of meditation, you will naturally come back to that high frequency. Any thought which digresses from this high vibration, however, will have the impact of bringing your natural vibration down. The thing to recollect, however, is that we can carefully choose which thoughts to think. We don't need to be helpless before our thoughts, giving them a chance to determine collective vibrations. In 1839, the scientist, Heinrich William Duve, found that exposing the mind to certain wave sounds can influence it positively or negatively. When he exposed the ears to diverse wave sound frequencies, he found that the brain responds with those sound vibrations. At that point, scientists found that the brain cells are in a state of vibration amid its lifetime. Each one cell vibrates in a certain order and is influenced by other cells around it. So it could be recognized that any bad situation can prompt an issue in the vibration system of the mind. Powerful effects of positive vibrations. There are many approaches to raise your vibration, and you can work your path up the emotional level one issue at a time. The most essential thing is to remember that you have the ability to choose your thoughts, and accordingly you have the ability to change your vibration and how you feel. Make a sure decision to yourself today that you will no more endure with not feeling good, not being who you truly are. Rejuvenate your energy and carefully decide to feel the way you were always intended to. Because you should feel good, it's your natural state. You should simply permit yourself to come back to it. Each thought or emotion has a vibration that could be measured. The reason you need to raise these vibrations is to get sufficiently high to associate with the power of Supreme. That place is the sweet spot where you feel bliss and joy, and your fantasy life will turn into your existence. What you may fail to see inside is a consequence of how you decide to process everything and everybody in your reality. You anticipate onto the world what you see inside, and you cannot express to the world what you fail to see inside. If you realized that you were an interpretation of the widespread souls of Supreme, which is the thing that you'd see, you'd raise your energy level beyond any limit of encumbrances to your association with the power of Supreme. It is just dissension acting inside your sentiments that will ever deny you of each great thing that life kept for you. If you comprehend this simple perception, you'll control obstructions to intention. There is a prevalent phrase that goes, thoughts get to be things. Pick the great ones. Each and every thought that comes into your mind has an effect on you. When you change those thoughts and think positive, joyful, sparkly thoughts, they get to be things as well. This won't occur overnight, or possibly it will. We're all distinctive. Begin with the single inspirational thought and start actualizing it from that point. At the point when a negative thought comes into your mind, thank it for showing up and reject it. Remember positive and creative feelings. Many years of exploration has demonstrated that brainwave therapy applies to very nearly every part of commonplace life, and might be used to help people feel more satisfied, stay away from nervousness and stress, become hopelessly enamored and live joyfully ever after, stay slim, build their determination and certainty, and even abate the impacts of maturing. Regardless of shortage of time, take some moments to be completely silent. Silent awareness is a period when you interface with a higher power of Supreme and with your instinct. Initially there is some difficulty sitting still and clearing your mind, thinking process, which implied that you have to make this practice a necessity. It doesn't make a difference how you do it or to what extent you do it, the only thing that matters is that you do it. Some nourishment vibrates low and some vibrate high. If the nourishment you consume is secured in pesticides, it will abandon you feeling weaker, and so will be with the processed nourishments. The great, high vibration nourishments are fresh fruits, veggies, nuts, soy, and pure olive oil. On the low vibration nourishments are flour-based cereals, high-fat dairy products, and sugars. This is not generally valid for everybody. Truly giving careful consideration to how you feel instantly after consuming something is the genuine test. Begin giving careful consideration. Liquor and nearly all counterfeit medications vibrate low. Other than the eating substances vibrating low, you may find some people who vibrate low as well. They also do medications or are searching for medications. Music of disdain, torment, violence, dramatization and trepidation send messages to your subconscious mind. If you need to pull in affection, listen to melodies about true, enthusiastic or enduring adoration. If you need peace, listen to music about peace and relaxation. If that you need to drink in excess, crash your car, get undermined by your sweetheart, and get in a battle, listen to classic or down-home music. You're in your home most of the time, which will influence your vibration. Requests to God, paintings, photography, gems, statues, rocks, mantras, books, magazine, flowers, plants, shades on the wall, and even the way your furniture is organized all make energy. Some shows on TV are savage dramatizations that concentrate on this present reality. It's a steady flow of antagonism brought directly to your home. On top of that, there are advertisements that have you require pills to solve your issues and that you need to purchase costly jewelry to show somebody you love them. You can raise your specific energy levels by accompanying with people who vibrate exceptionally high. Decide to surround yourself with the people who are engaging, have the same ethics as you, and perceive the extent to which you shake. Your companions are an impression of you, and since you are clearly magnificent, your companions must be almost as amazing. Donate some cash to somebody less blessed than you. Give to a reason you have faith in. Send a mindful blessing to somebody you haven't communicated in years. Give a barrel to a monastery. Don't do it for any of the expectation. Do it because of the graciousness of your heart feeling. Excusing and having sympathy for somebody who harm you may be the difficult thing for you to do on this password therapy, however it's a standout amongst the most essential. You are no more the victimized person and your abuser keeps none of your energy. Thoughts of reprisal are low vibrations while thoughts of forgiveness are of high vibrations. Simply by thinking to forgive somebody in your past without making any move will raise your vibration. Science now perceives and shows the estimation of the power of vibrations to quiet, nurture, sustain, and recuperate living beings. The ancient people have constantly utilized sound vibrations as a part of the manifestation of instrumental or vocal music, chanting, toning and so on to give cooling, nurturing, supporting, or recuperating energies. Basic illustrations are the use of bells, chimes, tolls, and gem dishes. For many years minerals, jewels, and precious stones have been worn or put in containers of water in the sun to make recuperating solutions. Presently the force of those positive vibrations could be measured and evaluated. At the flip side of the range, be mindful of the power of the vibrations that cause harm to living beings, for example, the rays from the computers, mobile phones, high-tension wires, microwaves, TV, and so forth. Despite the fact that this innovation is useful to modern society, the negative power of those waves of vibration results states of disharmony and irregularity of natural energy fields. Chronic exposure prompts the different types of diseases. Christopher Chabrick, psychology professor at Union College, and Daniel Simons, psychology research director at the University of Illinois, demonstrated that whatever you experience in life is an immediate after effect of your thoughts. It truly is that simple. If you think over being fat, you will get fatter. If you consider slim people, you will get to be thin yourself. As indicated by their experimented evidences, your thoughts and sentiments have magnetic properties and frequencies. They vibrate and resound with the surroundings, by one means or another pulling in incidents that are harmonious with those frequencies over to their thinking process. Improve your life, getting in shape. Good faith and optimism can improve your immunity. Recently, scientists have shown that your mind can have an effective impact on your body. Immunity is one part of the body systems where your thoughts and thinking process of mind can have an especially effective impact. In one study, scientists found that actuation in mind areas connected with negative feelings prompted a weaker immune reaction to influenza stimulation. Scientists found that people who were optimistic around the essential phases of their lives, for instance, how well they were performing in school, displayed a stronger immune reaction than the people who had a more negative perspective of the circumstances. Positive thinking is good for your well-being. Not just can positive intuition affect your capability to adapt to tensely situations and immunity, it also has an effect on your general prosperity and well-being. The scientists report various well-being benefits related with positive thinking, including a lessened problems of heart issues, depression, and an increased span of life. While scientists are not so much clear on why constructive and positive intuition benefits well-being, some propose that creative people may result in healthier lifestyles. By adapting better to tense moments and staying away from unhealthy practices, you can enhance your well-being and prosperity. It can make you more flexible. Flexibility refers to our capacity to adapt to regular issues. Flexible people can confront a crisis or difficult situation with strength, quality and resolution. As opposed to going away even with such tense moments, they can bear on and eventually overcome such unfavorable situations. It may be a surprise no one to find that positive thinking can assume a major role in flexibility. At the point when facing a challenge, self-confident and optimist people normally take a gander at what they can do to settle the issue. As opposed to giving up hope, they generate their resources and are ready to approach others for help. Scientists have also observed that in the wake of an emergency, for instance, a terrible situation or natural disaster, positive thoughts and feelings support prospering and give a kind of cushion against sadness among flexible people. Luckily, scientists also accept that such optimism and flexibility might be developed. By supporting positive thoughts and feelings, even despite terrible situations, people can procure both in present and long-term rewards, including lessening anxiety levels, reducing despondency, and building adapting aptitudes and skills that will serve them well later on. Resultant thoughts. Before you put on those rose-colored glasses, it is imperative to note that positive thinking process is not about taking the overconfident approach to life. Truth be told, scientists have found that in a few cases, optimism may not serve you well in all the incidents. For instance, people who are exorbitantly optimistic may overestimate their capabilities and tackle more than they can cope with, at last prompting more stress and nervousness. As opposed to ignoring reality of the difficult situations for the silver covering, scientists propose that positive thinking process focuses on such things as a confidence in your capabilities, a positive plan to difficulties and challenges, and attempting to make the best of difficult situations. Terrible things will happen and sometimes you will be baffled or hurt by the activities of others. This does not imply that the social circle is out to get you or that all people will disappoint you. Rather, positive people will take a gander at the circumstances practically, look for ways that they can enhance the circumstances, and attempt to gain from their experiences. Getting in shape with Supercharge your mind level. Inspirational state of mind is the reason for achievement and joy. An inspirational state of mind helps you adapt all the more effortlessly to the day-by-day routines of life. It brings confidence into your life, and makes it less demanding to diminish stresses and negative thoughts. In the event that you receive it as a lifestyle, it will bring valuable progressions into your life, and makes them more content, brighter and more effective. With an inspirational state of mind you see the brilliant side of life, get idealistic, and anticipate that the best will happen. It is surely a state of mind that is well worth creating. Inspirational state of mind shows in the ways: positive thinking process, creative thoughts, positive imaginations, optimism. The inspiration and vitality to do things and accomplish objectives. A positive outlook helps in a considerable measure of courses, for instance, expecting achievement and not disappointment. It makes you feel propelled. It provides for you the quality not to surrender even if you experience hindrances on your path. You view disappointment and issues as surprise blessings. Believing in yourself and in your abilities. You demonstrate more respect toward yourself and trust. You search for results as opposed to harping on issues. You see and perceive good fortunes. An inspirational mentality prompts joy and achievement and can change your entire life. In the event that you take a gander at the splendid side of life, your entire life gets filled with light. This light influences not just you and the way you take a gander at the world, however it also influences your entire surroundings and the people around you. If this disposition is strong enough, it gets dissolved in the surroundings. It's similar to transmitting light around you. It's hazy why people who take part in positive intuition experience these well-being benefits. One hypothesis is that having an uplifting viewpoint empowers you to adapt better to distressing circumstances, which lessens the unsafe well-being impacts of anxiety on your body. It's also felt that positive and idealistic people have a tendency to live healthier lifestyles. They get more physical action, take after a healthier eating regimen, and don't smoke or beverage liquor in excess. Basic tips for creating an inspirational attitude: choose to be cheerful. Yes, it is a matter of decision. At the point when negative thoughts enter your mind, simply reject them, substituting them with cheerful thoughts. Look at the splendid side of life. It's a matter of decision and rehashed endeavors. Choose to be optimistic. Find motivations to grin all the more regularly. You can find such reasons, if you search for them. Have confidence in yourself, and accept that the universe can help you. Associate yourself with cheerful and positive-minded people. Visualize just what you need to happen and stay away from what you don't need. Learn to practice meditation in the morning. You can get mindful of your thoughts, and transform them. You have the ability to decide to think cheerful, positive thoughts, with your chosen passwords, and raise your vibration. By raising your vibration, your circumstances will rapidly start improving and your life will bloom. By helping the mind cortex to produce specific brain waves with the secret chosen password, we can instigate harmonious states of similar emotions, contingent upon what we aim to do, clarifies Paris-based clinical psychologist Dr. Brigitte Fajau. The mind is extremely complicated and there are many components included in the feelings of pleasure, yet it's not surprising that research demonstrates that the dopamine secretion is related with sentiments of joy. In case we're feeling anxious or stressed, we can enhance our cerebral cortex to create slow alpha-frequency mind waves, while if we pick a secret password to help our cortex to generate speedier beta waves, we will be better prepared to focus and concentrate our attention on a decently lengthy task. Meditation. Make it a point to be aware of the exhaling breath. At the moment you enter in meditation, you will be a different person, and will develop a different mind. With emphasis on inhaling, you have developed a miser mind and a miser body. With exhaling, to miserliness will disappear and with it many problems. Possessiveness disappears. Being aware consistently of the exhalation of breath will never allow the outside harmful viruses and bacterias in the body, and it is the basic concept of Lord Buddha. Monitor your breathing and be aware of its moods to block any of the viruses. All the things which are wrong and false, is always associated with incoming breath, and anything which is good, beautiful and true, always associated with the exhaling. Whenever you are telling a lie, you will keep your breath in. Whenever you tell truth, you take the breath in a normal way. You are afraid something may go out with it, the outgoing breath. Your hidden truth may be uncovered, so you are afraid. Siddhasana. The technique of Siddhasana, the way the Buddha sits, is the best approach to end up being weightless. Take a seat in the garden so that you are the closest to nature. Because you feel excess fat, in case your person is leaning in this way or even that way. Then your entire body has a lot more location to attract the law of gravity. Relaxing in a Buddha posture, closed, your own thighs are locked, the hands tend to be closed, also helps, because your inner life energy gets a circuit. Let your backbone end up being directly. With your closed eyes, balance yourself totally, center yourself. After that you forget the body and also believe you're not weight, you might be weightless. Many people in the morning feeling very depressed, much weakened. This should not be so, because sleep is believed to rejuvenate you, giving you more energy. There can be many reasons for it, but this may be one: they are sleeping in the false direction. So now scientists say that the body has an electrical circuit that can be closed, and they have many yogis sit in Siddhasana studied. In that state, the body is leaking the minimum energy and it is preserved along with any of the harmful viruses or of any unnatural disease. In Siddhasana your backbone is straight. When your body is completely straight, you are least affected by the gravity of the earth. If you are in a position which is not comfortable, It is caused because your body is affected by more of the gravitational pull. In sedation the gravity is less effective because it can only pull your backbone. When the backbone is upright, pull of gravity is smaller. Due to this fact, you could become a little more aware. In sedation the body is closed within, it has become a world of its own. Eyes are closed, hands are locked, feet are locked, and as such energy moves in a circle. And if energy is moving in a circle, it creates an inner rhythm, an inner music, and you will feel more relaxed. Just sitting in a meditative, relaxed, single posture, your spine straight and all the body relaxed, as if the whole body is hung on the backbone. Then close your eyes. Do this sedation daily for at least 15 minutes in the morning, just to be in tune with your life energies. This technique is to help your energy that moves out, to fall back on your own heart center. If it falls on the heart, you will feel as if the whole body has become a feather, as if gravity has no effect. Then you are connected with the deep source of your being, which rejuvenates you. Slowly you will start learning the particular rhythm of life energies. Sleep revitalizes you not because of 6 hours of rest but just because the energy that was moving out, moves in. If you know the secret of this asana, then what an ordinary person makes in 6 hours of sleep, you can do within a few minutes. What an ordinary person makes in 6 hours of sleep, he allows nature to do something and he did not know what it is. Mysterious process happens in your sleep. One of the main things is that your energy is not moving out, it goes on to fall on the heart center and that revitalizes you. When eyes are closed, the energy coming back from the eyes hits the third eye. From the third eye energy falls on the heart center. It is a physical process and you will feel a light sensation to enter into your heart. It will reduce the heartbeat, breathing will slow down and your body will feel relaxed. This technique uses the etheric body and it is the most easy to become aware of. The etheric body is just around your physical body and is just nearby. The outer door of the physical body is the inner door of the etheric body. Once you know how to give energy to the etheric body and not unnecessarily waste it, we came to realize, we got to know a secret key. Conclusion. As opposed to the incitement of diverse help strategies, for instance brain machines, comprehensive instigation is focused around the acquaintance of vibrations natural and harmonious with the mind. It doesn't mightily accomplish a change of the mind frequency, however it makes a proposal, an offer which the brain can choose to accept from moment to moment. The obligation regarding that choice lies basically with the part of our mind that we call the thalamus. It demonstrates the impressions that are making in from the outside, for example hearing, sight and sensation, and is then again likewise called the entryway to awareness. Due to the repetition of the positive suggestions, its impression will be embedded in your unconscious mind and after a week or so your acts will become for the pleasure of others. The entire world is filled with frequencies and these structures the foundation of life on this planet. It is for sure compassion that not many of us comprehend them however. To clarify, we all form part of the beta frequency during our everyday routine activities. However, meditation comes in the alpha state, which is a significantly more advanced state. This is exactly the motivation behind why most of people who begin meditation are not able to succeed, as they find it amazingly difficult to get their mind to work in the alpha state. The creative suggestion enters in the alpha zone and our personality begins to change the shape accordingly. Positive and creative password offer help of improved pre-sleep restoration, boosting your well-being and vitality levels. More quick neural and body recuperation. Increased capacity to rest, enhanced transition into sleep. Meditation center enhanced, helping relieve of stress. Elimination of prolonged weakness in many people. Elimination of constant sleep issues, insomnia. Brainwave therapy is the point at which your brain is open to the frequencies harmonious with whatever you're looking for. Concentration, relaxation or healing. These suggestions empower your mind frequency to turn and match that specific frequency. There are many people who are cured from serious diseases like a sleeping disorder, endless ache, hypertension, fears, addictions and a lot of more. Some suggestions will help you to concentrate or improve your creativity and innovativeness level, while other may help you with social issues or simply bringing you bliss, relaxation and joy. Furthermore, the best part is that brainwave therapy scientifically proven to be very effective and fruitful. Even if you can make tuning of your mind and body to function in the alpha zone, soon it will result fluctuating inside the alpha zone and soon you will reach the theta zone. Thus, the trap lies in holding your brain to work for a consistent or specific time span in the alpha zone where you will have the capacity to achieve success in your desired goal. If we need to feel genuinely invigorated and open to life's chances, we have to look precisely at our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. We have to distinguish our weaknesses and make those improvements we require so we are positively energizing at the higher level and getting the enjoyment of life to the maximum level. Each positive thought brings your energy that much nearer to the energies of love. Supercharge your spirit contents. Introduction. Basic concept. Tantra Kundalini Yoga. Sexual health. Climaxes strengthen immune system. Benefits of yoga for spiritual energy level. Conclusion. Introduction. You have begun to be through sex, and you have an implied system to imagine posterity through sex yet again. If you can come to be conscious in the sex act, then at the moment of death you will also be conscious. It is a principle with nature. For a moment you are in the heavenly concordance, tuned into the higher energies, and you are united with the Supreme. The moment sex act gets to be into a meditative state, it blooms into love, and this blooming is a progress/evolution towards the divine. That is the reason love is eminent. Blissful state desires a small meditative moment when you have turned into one. Sex urge changes into love, adoration develops into prayer to God, and prayer to God develops into a total unity with the Supreme. It is sex that has provided for you the first experience of peak, has provided for you the first awareness to enter in meditation, and has taken you a long way from science and nature. Sex is the normal, natural flow of life vitality, and the slightest order of it. It is natural as life can't exist without it, and the most insignificant since it is the foundation, not the peak. The male and female are incomplete, and they can have one moment to finish, when their vitality circles transform into one, when the two are united. That is the reason the two most basic articulations in all religions are love and prayer. The breasts are the most delicate parts, and the whole attraction of the female body is around the bosoms. The total satisfaction of female vicinity is created in parenthood. That is the reason women are not initiated for most of the innovativeness. At the moment when the two bodies of man and woman meet, negative are in the upper part of man, positive is in the lower, and negative is in the lower part of woman and positive in the upper. These two parts of the bodies of positive and negative energies meet and a circle is made. Meditation shows up in the Hindu convention, in yoga, especially Kundalini Yoga's strategies for utilizing energy, in Buddhism, especially its Tibetan spiritual practices, and in Taoism. On the grounds that meditation is a spiritual convention, it is extremely difficult to outline. Generally, meditation is changed and might be joined to speculative science, the transformation of the normal into the perfect. It is a profound science, and the Hindu and Buddhist scriptures regarded as meditation gives guidelines on an extensive variety of themes incorporating science, cosmology, and ceremonies. This might be accomplished totally as an inner practice, as it typically is polished inside the Tibetan Buddhist custom, including point-by-point visualization, sitting meditation, breathing with awareness. Then again, it might be accomplished remotely utilizing an accomplice. This clarifies why some present-day books on Tantra are quite a lot concerned with sexual practices and others don't even say sex in the list. In either shape the point is the same, union with the celestial. What can positively be said is that Tantra is certifying of the postures, the practices and sexuality. In the convention of sexual tantra, here and there called the left-hand path, the body is considered as the temple of the supreme and the scaffold between paradise and earth, spirit and matter. Meditation and tantra is a useful science, tried over many years in the lab of human experienced by yogis, supernatural Tibetan lamas. It is likely that the parts into sexual and non-sexual postures are joined with the ascent of patriarchy and its putting down of women and the ascent of cloisters. Then it is recorded writings so genuine profound and sexual practices were modified into natural postures. Such writings might be perused on various levels and are hence intellectual to comprehend. Transcendence is committed to supporting the investigation of the rich mixture of Tantra as a spiritual way. All transcendence practices use safe, capable and viable techniques from conventional tantric practices, which were frequently just for the loop of launches, and also techniques from advanced brain science. Tantra has been taught portrays three unique phases of rapture: physical, psychic, and deeply meditative. Just in the second phase of rapture does a seeker realize not simply uplifted tangible consciousness, and yet the indispensable energy to change his or her existence to balance with an attentiveness to spirit. In the third stage, once the seeker has stirred the state of cognizance connected with every chakra and can apply the suitable state to any scenario, happiness gets steady. The majority of us have, some more or less, experienced the incredible moments when time and space vanish, and just the awareness of two lovers remains. At the moment of margining the body and souls together into the orgasmic flow, our doors open to higher level and we achieve a state of balanced consciousness. Basic concept. Tantra is the least demanding, the hardest and the most hallowed manifestation of profound practice. Tantric practices give you the chance for additional love, better sex and practical spiritual existence. Tantra mythology proposes that union is attained by uniting our male and female energies, immaculate consciousness and immaculate energy. Energy is stood for by the female perfect control, regarded as Shakti. Cognizance is acted for by the male awesome control regarded as Shiva. The marriage of Shiva and Shakti is recognized to be divine union, an essential idea of Tantra. Each of us controls intrinsic male and female perspectives. These are showed and communicated in different routes all through our lives. Here and there the man is open and feeling, at different times strong and overwhelming. Once in a while the woman is decisive and directive, at different times delicate and yielding. Divine union could be considered the ideal balance of male and female inside each of us, as people. The divine union applies similarly well to significant others. Tantric teachings grip the idea that every living soul has a natural potential, feasible through the experience of tantric practices. In the Eastern religious considered, Tantra is a pathway to spiritual achievement. In the Western culture, we can think as of it a door to attaining our extreme potential, a cheerful life, imparting fondness, partying about everything. The divine union is a capable device to help us get there. Imparting the divine union to a friend can as simple as energy flowing on the way of slightest safety, and it is massively amusing. At the same time, don't imagine it any other way, it can also be the hardest thing you ever needed to face. Everything relies upon who the lovers are, and what cognizance and proposition every carries to the moment of union. Together, you could be roused to new experience by honing abilities, for example to be the cognizance conveyance, making a holy space, and investigating the interchange of our male and female sides. Working on giving and gaining joy, and respecting one another as representations of the god and goddess, opens us to significant studying. You can get imbued with perpetually conscious and fun-loving nature. And those old issues that progresses in lifelong conferred relationships just diminish. Such are the practices and benefits of Tantra. There are numerous manifestations of tantric experience. For example, numerous tantric practices might be investigated distant from everyone else, and if the expert accomplishes the balance of Shiva and Shakti inside, the essential comprehension of Tantra is expert. Self-pleasuring can show us a mess about our reactions to physical joy and how we can come to be more euphoric in sex and enhance our pleasure. Be that as it may, honing Tantra separated from everyone else could be a troublesome undertaking and a visually impaired way by and large. A different methodology is tantric sex with a cool significant other. For example, union can take us to tremendous transient stages that may have never been reached with a lifelong accomplice. Yet here once more, the way is filled with chaperone tests, around them trust and well-being in closeness. The trust, adoration, closeness and recognition that exist between two sweethearts in a conferred lifelong relationship assemble a consecrated and safe holder for investigating the correct profundity of Tantra. We can reflect one another, test together personally and study how the practices and the bits of knowledge we pick up from such closeness can improve our relationship, our individual development as people, and our existence in question. A fundamental statute of the tantric relationship is that first we adore ourselves, then we adore one another, and at long last we progress enamored with life itself. Combining Tantra as a spiritual practice into existence with a lover might be as modest as starting your day by offering a hallowed grip to your cherished before getting out of mattress, and setting aside a few minutes for an unique kiss in the wake of a monotonous day far from one another. Include more of these ceremonies to your day. You will discover that the aggregate impacts of such small moments of cognizance, proposition and consciousness venture into all parts of your existence. Thusly, your tantric relationship can turn into a way to joyful living. Tantra is a combination of natural strategies for attaining freedom or enlightenment. Tantra experts have dependably seen it as an extensive framework for expanding learning and astuteness for understanding that the entire world is a totally intertwined unity. Second, much more than generally strands of Indian most profound sense of being, Tantra agrees unique appreciation to the female part of heavenliness. In the Hindu tantric perspective, this world continually goes out from the sensual move and the union of the perfect male, Shiva, and the perfect female, Shakti, with Shiva giving the indispensable seed yet Shakti giving the dynamic energy that carries everything into being. Tantric Buddhism sees the male guideline as the more dynamic, however underscores the essentialness of women and female energy significantly more than do different manifestations of Buddhism. Thirdly, Tantra capacities are not simply as an enlightened practice, and yet as an arrangement of viable mystery. Certain sorts of Tantra place unique accentuation on advancing supernormal forces, the capacity to fly, to emerge protests at will, to vanish or to come to be big, to be in two spots around then. Actually, the same term, siddhi, can mean either spiritual superb, or powerful force. Tantra claims to permit its disciples to grasp the way the universe is united together, and these bits of knowledge are said to give its adepts mind-boggling controls over the physical world, incorporating their own bodies. In Tantra, the body is seen as a microcosm of the entire universe. The celestial female energy is available in the distinct individual as Kundalini, the serpent energy that curls at the base of the spine. Much of tantric practice focuses on arousing and diverting this energy. Hence, where the standard of Indian most profound sense of being has a tendency to view the universe as a trap and a figment, and to lean to monkish life and a doubt of the form and the delights of the faculties, Tantra demands that the universe is the indication of heavenly nature and that all experience is possibly heavenly. This fourth quality of Tantra may be its critical way, rather than observing the ordinary life of the body and its wishes as a debasement to be refined and transcended. Tantra views encapsulation as the serendipitous and vital vehicle for enlightens. Tantra's gratefulness for the body made it into a tremendous lab where eras of yogis explored different avenues regarding routes to purge their forms so they could convey the colossal energy of stirred Kundalini. At the end of the day, the concentrate on sanitization advanced much of yoga practice to religious austerity. In any case, much of Tantra took off in unascetic bearings. As you may want in an enchanted custom that sees the universe as the steady result of sexual intercourse, the Tantra experts didn't simply investigate sex as a demonstration, They made it an urgent movement in their meditative way. Consider all of life as blessed. They denied the universal Indian propensity to sort exercises and experiences as either pure or debased. The most radical tantric experts assembled their ceremonies in the charnel grounds, ruminating on cadavers, spreading themselves with the cinders of the dead, consuming and drinking from containers molded from skulls. They revel in all the exercises generally denounced by standard religion, consuming meat and fish, expending aphrodisiacs, liquor, and different pills, and taking part in custom sexual intercourse as a route of raising and investigating the development of higher energies. Climax is the main imparted meditation experience, the particular case that cuts over all societies. At the moment of climax, you're not in your thinking process, you're in your responsive being mind, when your totally osmosis in the present moment, and you enter into timelessness. Tantra accepts women's sexual arousal, and climax can open them to channel regularly increasing measures of Shakti, the basic energy of the universe, which both she and her accomplice can then take advantage of. Men, then again, are said to have a more constrained, less renewable store of sexual energy, which is exhausted each time they discharge. For men, the nexus is less open up to sexual energy, yet figuring out how to hold and experience an ever more excellent level of vigor and happiness without disseminating it through discharge. The information of women's unlimited sexual potential has been lost from our society. Tantra Kundalini Yoga. The reason and aim of Tantra Yoga is to improve consciousness in all states of awareness. This may be waking state, dream state, or sleep states. To attain this kind of deprogramming and reprogramming of the human mind comes to be vital. Our being conceived in a certain location and time is responsible for our essential modifying. This is further swayed by heredity, the basic concept. If we are fulfilled with the result and keep living our lives without numerous issues, then there is no need for change of any kind. Anyway, when we face a lot of trials and tribulations in life, or begin to search for something past of our constraint systems, then we require somehow balancing it. Tantra Yoga offers the line of direction and also the methods and units for this. Tantra Yoga guides us in distinguishing the extensive variety of components that affect our contemplations and affections. It causes us raise above the obstacles to our advancement, especially those springing up from obliviousness, prejudice, connection to our creature nature, and childishness. By cleaning our musings and sentiments with the assistance of these Tantra Yoga strategies and systems, we figure out how to make peace, concordance, and self-respect in ourselves. Tantra Yoga in this manner teaches a centeredness, focus and center, which encourage us to release our awareness from confinements. Yoga is an old Indian meditation practice that balances with the mental, physical and profound parts of one's existence. Consistent with Hindu rationality, Tantra includes the act of different meditation practices and systems to realize deep freedom. In that sense, meditation and yoga are comparative. On the other hand, Tantra Yoga is an honestly odd explanation, as the tantric practices have a tendency to contrast a considerable amount from yoga. In any case, there is a methodology with how to practice Tantra Yoga. Tantric Yoga is an amazingly serious and propelled manifestation of yoga where all physical restraints and inhibitions are diminished away with. The Tantra Yoga profound way is not by any means troublesome for those individuals who are restrained about their lifestyle. Provided that you meditate and practice postures customarily, hold fast to ethical standards, and accompany the counsel and guidelines of the expert, the outcomes are certain to come. They might come too quick and overpower you a point, or they might come slower than you need and test your tolerance. Tantra Yoga is a practice that might be utilized to unfold the association and cognizance between couples, making a deeper bond profoundly with one another. Yoga not just develops our connectedness, yet it likewise revives our vigor and quiet affections for the duration of the day and enhances our mindfulness with one another and the universe. The most essential part of the profound way is finding and getting surrounded by the right type of individuals. You should step by step diminish, even relinquish connecting with individuals who don't wish to see you devoted to profound and moral development, which need to expend your enthusiastic and mental vigor, or who enduringly ill-use your great will. Such relationships are a waste of time and energy. The most ideal path to come to be free of this load is by advancing new contacts, new fellowships, and new associations with those who are genuine, hard meeting expectations, affable and who are genuinely and normally rehearsing spiritual and moral controls. We have a tendency to grab the characteristics of the aforementioned that are around us. Taking up with the right association and diminishing contact with bad association will assist make the earth helpful to your spiritual development. Here are some basic activities to attempt with your partner. Contingent upon your level of adaptability, you can adjust the stances. What's imperative is to concentrate on the association and time with your accomplice, and appreciate one another's vicinity. Confidently, you will feel an expanded bond in a loose state. Begin at your solace level, convey your diverse levels of adaptability and continuance, and a large portion of all, practice drawn-out eye contact, feeling one another's touch and positive musings about one another in a nonverbal manner. We are amidst a revolutionary change in human awareness. More than at any time in the past, we are addressing old values, questioning the way we have dependably done things, attempting to understand a planet which appears to reel from one emergency to an alternate one: oil, sustenance, securities exchanges, economy, and water. The momentous updates that have globalized social order in the most recent 20 years are prodding us towards embracing another standard of living. If it be the field of solution, social equity, the green development, disclosures in science, or the profound renaissance, we are amidst clearing updates not seen since the beginning of civilization. Subsequently, the deep interest in meditation, yoga, selective mending practices, eco-accommodating homes and work environments, reinforcing of neighborhood behavior, vegetarianism, and an assembly of other new slants that are reconfiguring the way we suppose and live. In this flux of progress and newness, it might be not difficult to get confounded and startled. What is the best training for my children? How would I help? At what point conventional religions appear to miss the point? By what method would I be able to find connection and neighborhood in an ever-widening margin, quick-paced, individualistic approach to survival? The old comprehensive custom of Tantra Yoga is making an expanding effect in the reasoning of individuals all over, fascinated by better approaches for living in congruity with oneself and the world. As per the theory of Tantra Yoga, the universe is a resultant of the exchange between consciousness and its creative principle. The cycle of creation, cosmic cycle, is seen to be showed in two stages, from the precise inconspicuous, supreme consciousness, to the precise rough, latent matter, and from the precise unrefined to the precise inconspicuous again. Inside this astronomical plan of things, the person may be discovered on the upper levels of this returning cycle, as he/she methodologies the last phases of the astronomical development. As Homo sapiens, we are the most intentionally advanced creatures, despite the fact that it may now and then show up generally. It is fundamental that people expect full avocation regarding their extraordinary talents and capabilities and use them for the progression of all creatures with which we co-occupy the universe with. In spite of the fact that yoga is all the more generally comprehended today as being yoga postures, this is standout part of an entire range of practices that step by step and inconspicuously advance us physically, rationally, socially and profoundly. Some individuals accept that the rising importance of yoga practice and rationality will aid mankind in overcoming any and all hardships between the old and better methods for taking a gander at ourselves and our universe. The most well-known perspective of Tantra Yoga is its cooperation with sex. Sacrosanct sex is the profound enlightenment through sex. Worshipping of the female and male divinity models, Kundalini stirring sexuality, or more. All else it's notoriety as a practice and preparing routines to not just travel in sex for numerous hours at once and yet accomplishing soul-shuddering various climaxes. What adds to the disarray is the way that there are various messages out of India both aged and up to date with the expression Tantra in the title that have nothing to do with sexuality, and alternately books on sexuality and nothing to do with Tantra. A regular misguided judgment exists that the famous Kama Sutra, the infamous, when it was initially distributed, Book of Indian Sexual Positions and Verse of Adoration was an underground manual of tantric practices. It was definitely not. At every moment you can feel fondness and unity with all things. Tantra is a lifestyle. You can call it a heat practice, or you can call it the act of carrying the divine into regular feelings from the most unremarkable minutes to the tops of delight. The way of Tantra permits you to carry form, mind and spirit into balance. Have you ever doubted that there must be increasingly to sexual adoring? Have you felt the sort of profound sexual association with a lover that leads you to tears of euphoria and a profound feeling of knowing the celestial? Study that when emotions, love and consciousness combine together, they change sex into a significant and adoring contemplation that expands closeness, euphoria and association. This is the thing that we can sensibly say we ponder the topic. Tantra was conceived in India practically 5,000 years prior, quite likely as a resistance to the strict moralistic codes of the Hindu religion. By customary, strict disposition of Hinduism, Tantra is regarded as the left-hand way, to a degree disparaging term inferring debasement. The aged tantric writings were composed as an exchange between Lord Shiva, termed as pure awareness, and his partner, Shakti, termed as pure energy. It is said that the whole universe was made through their sensual union. All living things radiate their heavenly move of awareness and vigor, and the spirit, sexual union must be looked after in place for life to flow and evolve on to exist. The physical form and sexuality are implied as hallowed blessings and vehicles for edification, not impediments to its acceptance. Tantra concept is a mission for profound idealization and mysterious force. Its reason is to attain finished control of oneself and all the powers of nature, in order to achieve union with the universe and the Supreme. Sex was used not just for joy, however, a unique communion of unobtrusive power between the experts, with the practice of separate love assuming a significant part in the customs. Seekers investigating an intentionally profound approach to sex are not simply inspired by sexual disappointment. Numerous as of recently have satisfying sex lives, however, sense that sex and relationship have the possibility to give them deeper feelings of association with one another and with the universe. Others set out on a quest for hallowed sexuality after years of contemplation in some Eastern convention. These conventions offer time-regarded strategies for attaining spiritual development and understanding. However, they offer inadequate knowledge on the subject of sexuality, since they have generally been drilled for the most part by chaste friars and nuns. Tantric religious customs, discovered in both Hinduism and Buddhism, love divinities concerned with sexual and infinite energy. Lotus pose. Tantric yoga, which has come to be prominent in the United States, stresses the thought that an incredible vein runs from the least part of the spine, where the serpent energy, Kundalini, rests, to the most noteworthy and generally concentration, the mind, symbolized by the lotus. In Tantra, the most fabulous source of energy in the universe is sexual and ritualized intercourse, and climax is acknowledged an extreme and divine experience. The tantric practice called kartsa includes accomplishing delayed intercourse without discharge. These practices join breathing control, meditation, yoga postures, and convey force into the sexual enactment. Its point is for a male friend who is near the purpose of discharge to have the capacity to sustain the state of peak without really discharging. These, dry climaxes without discharge, are pleasurable, and permit the sexual demonstration to proceed. This practice can work physiologically, as peak moment and discharge are two distinctive functions, keeping in mind they as a rule happen synchronously. peak moment is not reliant on discharge to be accepted climax. Sexual health. Sexual health could be enhanced commonly through the acts of Tantra yoga and tantric sex. Other than having an in-number body/mind/spirit association, each cherishing couple might as well likewise like various, capable sexual climaxes, which fortify and improves the secretions discharge of the pineal and pituitary organs. Get agreeable, try resting with your friend on the floor and gradually begin to touch one another, sitting down for a bit to make your movement around her body. Observation. Try a combination of touches, firm kneed, light padded touches, and delicate stroking. The point here is to elevate her parts in a moderate and compelling way so you're constructing her to a crest yet not taking her the distance and vice versa. Performed in the right way, this can prolong sex and your pleasure for a long time. Witness breathing. If you find out your mind begins to meander, keep tabs on your relaxing. Exhale as your friend sighs and vice versa. It can assist enhance the association between you and keep your mind on what's going on. Don't surrender. If you don't keep going past 10 minutes, attempt once more. Tantric sex requires serious input to get to grasps with. Since we're all used to sex in a Western manner, this methods we anticipate that sex will have an evident begin, center and end. With practice you can relinquish this thought and get a charge out of sex without contemplating the conclusion and have the ability to control your physique so you can postpone peak and enhance the quality of your climaxes. Explanations. Sex supports your immune system. If you have stress and headache, that may now be the best motivation to have intercourse. A startling number of doctors are currently distinguishing how sexual and mental health influences our whole well-being. In different expressions, how our mind simply affects our immune system. We realize that individuals who get a charge out of a consistent, fulfilling sex life, that is natural climaxes, are less focused, less discouraged and ordinarily all the more well physically, rationally and passionately. Sexual satisfaction expedites less intense migraines and lessened inconvenience from joint pain in both sexes. Sex smolders calories. Wow, definitely. Disregard those trend eating methods and get occupied getting occupied. A simple 30 minutes of sex burns 90 calories. Keeping in mind that may not sound awesome, at a normal of 3 times each week, you're burning 5 pounds in a year. Sex alleviates torment. Climax is one genuine opiate. Oxytocin, secretion. A naturally secreting element in the body surges throughout and after peak while working in conjunction with various endorphins to determine you feel no agony. Sex can lessen torment, swelling, and aggravation connected with joint pain, cerebral pains and menstrual spasms. Sex diminishes aging process. Use it or lose it, has never been more pertinent. Normal sex discharges plenty of euphoric hormones into your bloodstream, incorporating testosterone. As we age, our testosterone levels diminish. Sex is a glorious path to advance your stores back, assisting raise new bones and muscles while putting a young shine all over. Men and ladies who reported engaging in sexual relations a normal of 4 times each week looked give or take 10 years more youthful than they truly were. Sex is incredible for despondency. The discharge from climax does many to cool individuals. It assists with deep sleep, and that is if we discuss solo sex or sex with an accomplice. Sex assists the mind produce serotonin which, in turn, prompts new neurons to develop. Climaxes strengthen immune system. Climaxes that keep going no less than 20 minutes can mitigate discouragement through. Take years off our faces, misery is wiped out from our existence. Draw out life compass, fortify the immune system and enhance general sexual health by liberating our physique and mind through tantric sex. Men can infer extraordinary benefits by enhancing sexual duration and sexual quality in a protected, healthy, natural way through tantric sex. Tantric sex keeps tabs on the profits of drawing out the sex represent more closeness and health benefits. Yum yum. This posture straightens energy between the couples. Have the lover sit transverse leg on a comfortable mat. At that point, the other partner can sit on top of the other accomplice's thighs and cross his/her lower legs, betraying the other friend's trust. Use your stomach and lower back muscles to keep straight and arranged with one another. Unite your brows, touching them tenderly, and inhale profoundly and gradually in concordance. You can do this dance with your eyes shut or open. Boat pose. This posture captivates the center muscles, lower back and abs, and is a fun stance for fortifying and extending. Face one another sitting on a comfortable mat. Bring it for one another's hands outside of your legs and attempt to keep eye contact with one another. With bowed knees, unite with one another by setting the soles of your feet against your friends. Attempt straightening your legs while moving them upward, keeping the soles of your feet associated. You can change this posture hinging upon your adaptability and solace level. Keep tabs on the touch and eye contact. Hand to heart pose. A grandly relaxing and exotic position at the finish of the night or starting of the day is having one partner lie on their back and the other one by them, somewhat above. Look into one another's eyes. Without talking, keep contact with the eyes. Each of you can put the palm of your hand over your accomplice's heart and feel one another's pulse, then concentrate on moderate and congruous relaxing. This posture is an incredible way to develop the contact with one another and invest calm time conveying without statements. Switch places where you feel prepared, for the purpose that each of you can feel both positions. Cosmic Cobra Breath. The breath pulls Shakti/magnetic vigor into the spine, updating the electromagnetic areas of the cerebrospinal liquid, permitting Kundalini to climb the spine. As the cerebrum washes in this charged liquid, the nervous system is changed. You stir to another cognizance. The Kundalini is the life energy, awareness and sexual energy. As it moves upwards, it enlightens you. Throughout normal sex the energy flows downwards and channels you. Cobra pose. Cobra breath turns around the flow of sexual energy and transforms it into the magnificent significant personality. The mystery teachings of numerous conventions use Kundalini energy to revive the body, enhance the mind and stir the soul. Tantra urges us to be savvy and to delight on the world we live in. By growing our consciousness we extend the borders of our self-definition, and run across our higher nature. As we start to experience our own specific awesome nature we recognize it in others and taking all things together. The cosmic cobra breath is the key to the acts of Tantric Yoga. There are numerous manifestations of Tantra. A few types of teachings practiced are sensual couples therapy, other chaste ways, and there is the entire range in the middle of. Tantric Yoga, at times implied as the way of truth, is recognized by its keep tabs on, emotional clearing, self-knowledge in our everyday routine, and using Kundalini as a profound personality. You can figure out how to enhance and transmute sexual energy. It turns into the choreographer of your existence and vigor. Lovemaking turns into a type of fellowship. Figure out how to be close with each other. Figuring out how to interface at the heart, personality and in addition sexually, opening and converting into a profound bond. It changes desire into affection. Contemplation is an upbeat, fun-loving, not a genuine action. It becomes a festival of life certifying and honoring declaration of perfect immortals. Prior social orders were matriarchal, while all the more as of late the manly perspective has overwhelmed. Right away the goddess is re-arousing. Tantra emphasizes the female standards of natural affectability, limit for nurturing, and otherworldly stirring through sexual arousal. To spare our earth from its present dangerous time, this since a long time ago curbed female awareness must now come into balance with the manly center of science and innovation. We can revive the body. The hormones prepared throughout sexual arousal are the legitimate elixir of youth. By drawing out the arousal state in lovemaking or self-delight, you bathe your physique cells in these young keeping up hormones, reusing that energy, utilizing it for expanded essentialness and self-mending. Clearing karma. Karma is unconscious gushing build-up saved in the body from the actions where the lessons were deficient. The body is considered the temple of the soul. It clears old trauma trapped and making space for additional satisfaction. It has completely initiated sexual energy, being completely coordinated and living right now. Experts have depicted enlightenment as an blissful orgasmic state. It is a generally compelling apparatus that empowers you to show fulfillment and flourishing in your existence. Tantra implies liberation through development, weaving together energy, Shakti, and consciousness, Shiva. It is a profound way for achieving union with the divine. Tantra is not a religion. It is a practice in which we accept and use the way of the mind, body organs, sexuality and emotions, to help us progress profoundly. Feelings are communicated properly and really. A feeling of having a place and uniting with all that is. It is living in progressing state of bliss and access to the universal learning. Attain an inner balance of your inner female/male perspectives, yin/yang, Shiva/Shakti. The left side of the mind is male, expository, direct, verbal, and practical. The right side female is natural, comprehensive, exotic, and receptive. With practice we figure out how to use both perspectives synergistically. First and foremost level Cobra breath opens the third eye by transmuting sexual energy. This gives the clarity and objectivity of witness consciousness to move rapidly through emotional clearing, enhancing your profound progress tremendously. Guidelines and initiation are required for accessible from transcendence to those who are primed for this life-transforming step. Kundalini Tantra Yoga is a method and arrangement of mending yoga which hails from the power of yoga and yearning to discover the best strategy to recuperate the figure quick. This recuperating yoga utilizes Tantra in addition to pranayama in the meantime. This is essential for energy rising, flowing, moving and balancing. Tantra is raising the energy with the goal that you can use it in your existence. With this system individuals can in a brief time feel the vigor working inside and making the organic functions smooth. At the point when the organs are dynamic, everything will come to be more adaptable as a result of the volume of oxygen moving inside the body and opening each joint. In the long run this yoga results in the Kundalini to ascend. It is more vital to make the organs engaged in the body first. In Kundalini Tantra Yoga you have to move the body together with the breathing which initiates the organs. The point when the organs are engaged, from the energy moving, that is the means by which we can make the body more flexible. More oxygen moving in the body can burn toxins in the body and purify the blood and the muscles. You will be changed into, becoming blissful and joyful, experiencing happy and orgasmic far-reaching higher levels. Enhancing your spiritual and natural levels. Embodying and feeling the god and the goddess. You will figure out how to transmute basic sexual energy into a refined representation of love. Be in aggregate agreement with all that is, simply to be in the moment. Relate to one another from a complete and entire being. Share with all of them states of soul overflow, for example satisfaction and delight. Meet one another as divine creatures, gods and goddesses, Shiva and Shakti. As we saw in the final issue, an immeasurable partition of the forces, possibilities, and benefits inborn in Kundalini Shakti lies lethargic inside us. The division of Kundalini Shakti that is stirred and engaged is called life energy. In different expressions, life energy is the appearance in us of the brilliant, unlimited life energy. By contributing life energy astutely and carefully, we can mix our physique and mind with perpetually expanding imperativeness, stamina, health, and enlighten. Enacting life energy and implanting our physique and mind with this vibrant power is the center rule of tantric mending. the point when the flow of life energy is upset or sullied, we come to be sick. At the time it is disengaged, we become unbalanced. In spite of the fact that life energy is not a physical energy, it has the ability to revive the physical body. Tantric adepts use life energy to stir the Kundalini Shakti, and lead her to a specific upper chakra. Generally, the innumerable supernatural occurrences traced to tantric experts and healers have their source in dominance over the life energy. Knowledge over the life energy compels starts with picking up access to our pelvic, center of stomach, and navel areas. In Tantra, this zone of our physique and its relating mind-spiritual measurement is regarded as the core of engaged, vibrant, and brilliant energies. Each of the three areas goes under the realm of fiery breakout, which is generally gathered at the navel center. The soul enters this world through the passage of the mother's navel center and also receives food through the mother's navel center. What's more, after we are conceived, the navel focus presses on to assume a central part in managing our general health and well-being. Some major organs, the ovaries, uterus, testes, kidneys, bladder, and pancreas, and in addition the whole digestive system, are regulated by the energy that dwells at the navel center. That is the reason picking up access to this center is the practice for stretching, enhancing, and mastering the life energy. At that point the life energy could be used to recuperate different parts of our body and mind. At the same time, to recuperate others or the world, we not just need to enact our navel center, we likewise need to further refine and concentrate this energy, then after those rationally send it to the individual, or part of the common world that is in need of mending and nurturance. Today the same method could be utilized to mend the tension, sadness, immune system issues, inner turmoil, and natural debasement that are common of all age. Tantric mending depends on the information that the earth and everything it holds is underpinned and sustained by the beneficent and all-incorporating lattice of Kundalini Shakti. Following in the strides of the tantric experts, we can contribute our life energy, the stirred part of Kundalini Shakti inside us, to imbue ourselves, our groups, and the world with essentialness, edification, and vibrant health. Agnisara. Curve the knees and underpin your middle with your involved the thighs. Exhale and press the stomach to the spine. Exhale and relax, releasing the stomach. Rehash, captivating as profoundly as could be comfortable and relaxing as totally as could be required under the circumstances. Now contract the mid and upper belly. Relax gradually yet totally with the inward breath. Both the inhalation and the exhalation ought to be smooth, moderate, and profound. On the exhalation, try to function profound in the pelvic base. To further extend the practice, while breathing out, contract in a wave-like movement, beginning with the pelvic base and rising through the chest to the stomach. With the breath held out, tuck the button and draw the entire belly and stomach up under the ribs. Afterward, release the stomach and start to sniff, first discharging the upper gut, then the easier stomach, and afterward the pelvic floor. Rehash this, working with profundity and control. Practice with the empty stomach more than once a day. An exceptional starting practice is 3 to 5 reiterations for every moment for 5 to 10 minutes. Ganesha posture. Sit on your heels with your involved the floor before your knees. Sigh unequivocally, contract profound in the lower stomach, and turn the pelvis and spine to the right, front, left, and center. Inhale, and without stopping, exhale and rehash. Exhale as profoundly as could do, using the abs to agitate the vigor of the navel center and carry it up through the spine. Practice smoothly and with however much development as would be prudent. The whole body turns from its center, established in the pelvis. Rehash in the inverse course. The entire spine will feel warm and flexible. This practice is like a sideways, full figure Agnisara, drawing up out of the pelvis with the exhalation and then afterward agitating the energy to send it through the entire body. A few disciple turns in every heading is a great beginning practice. Benefits of yoga for spiritual energy level. The main benefits of yoga exercises are mentioned as, slows down the aging process, gives flexibility to the vertebral column, enhance the posture, stabling up the skin, make balance and coordination, eliminates hostility in the body, builds up the abdominal muscles, tones up the flabby arm muscles, corrects bad posture. Yoga lets you transform aging process of later years as of the characteristics of youngster. Yoga brings many benefits and positive aspects to the people who are involved in the routine yoga exercises. This consists of the restoration of balance, overall freedom, poise, health, along with well-being towards the system. Looked after brings a better sense of personal to anybody and everyone who practices it. Practice for 10 minutes, sitting comfortable in the cross-legged position and spine upright. See the feelings in your entire physique. Now start chest breathing, slow, profound inhalation, growing the abdominal muscles, lengthy, followed by deep exhalation, compressing the abdominal muscles, drawing the navel center toward the base of the backbone. The best time to practice yoga exercises is the first thing in the morning before taking breakfast. Upon waking, empty the bowels, take shower, and then begin the 24 hours schedule with the system of yoga exercises. The second most favorable period is at the sunset time. Siddhasana pose. Generally, these kinds of poses are thought calming, as they relieve the nerves, get rid of fatigue, and also refresh the brain. Additionally, they help manage blood pressure level and also assist in restoration through illness, in addition to promote relaxing rest. Some presents tend to be valuable in that they improve overall flexibility in the back, sides and hamstrings. Muscle tissue stringency and stress could be rapidly alleviated and even gone totally with yoga exercise, and also optimize blood circulation and digestive function may be enhanced too. Also many stress-related signs, for example fatigue, inadequate resting behavior, muscle tissue constrictions, as well as anxiousness can be improved, which is actually merely the starting of the kinds of advantages and benefits that yoga may give. Yoga exercises are really a holistic form regarding physical workout, and its particular advantages go approach above the physical, and to the mental as well as emotional fields. Whatever the age, yoga exercise can improve your way of life. Yoga is shortly becoming one of the favored types of physical workout with regard to all-round a healthy body and even to lose weight, along with assuring kind's mental wellness throughout the world. According to scientists, yoga exercises work because of the following physical benefits. Yoga boosts the body's flexibility. Yoga helps condition as well as simple movement of tendons, bones and ligaments. Yoga is believed to massage all the muscles of the body. Yoga aids all from the body have optimal blood provide as well as therefore brings about a particular amount of detoxification. Yoga is fantastic with regard to toning your muscles as well as reducing flab. Yoga exercise is much recommended regarding people with stressful working surroundings, for those who suffer from headaches, back and also joint pains, sensitivities and bronchial asthma attack. Yoga exercises also bring about large decrease with nervousness scores as compared to medication remedy. Doctors feel that yoga practice helps patients simply by enabling all of these to get into their own internal expertise as well as increased self-awareness. Yoga for beauty, beauty of figure, graceful coach, tuneful voice, glowing expression and appealing smile possess many been pointed out as you can returns related with yoga's practice. Through practicing the yoga postures on a regular basis, men and women will certainly get a figure that will enhance their own appearance and suppleness, which gives them allure and elegance in each and every movement. It ends up being endowed having a peculiar glow with inside his/her human personality and behavior and a peculiar appeal with their smile. Numerous world-famous celebrities have specific workouts based on yoga postures. Flexibility and strength of the body. Within that, the majority of powerful yoga scientific reports, women and men 18 to 27 years who took part into yoga exercise sessions each week for 8 months increased the strength in their hands from 19% to 31%, through 28% of their thighs. Enhanced flexibility is among the most important advantages of yoga exercise. In your high grade, you probably won't be capable of contact the foot, never mind execute an acrobatic stunt. But if you stay with it, you are going to notice a steady helping to loosen up, and in the end, seemingly not possible presence can be possible. You will also possibly notice that injuries start to go away. That is virtually not any coincidence. Limited sights may strain the articulation genus due to improper positioning with the leg. Strong muscles do more than look great. They also guard people through ailments just similar to rheumatoid inflammation of a joint and low upper mid-back problems, and help alleviate problems with falls in elderly people. To cure obesity. And when individuals build durability through yoga exercises, you balance it along together using versatility. If you simply went to a health club and lifted weights, you could build durability at the expense of flexibility. Restricted hamstrings can lead to a flattening from the back, which can result in lower lumbar pain. And rigidity in muscle tissue as well as connective tissue, for instance structures as well as structures, can cause weak posture. If you learn to peaceful the mind, you will be prone to stay more life and also healthier. Yoga as well as meditation develops awareness. As well as the much a lot for additional aware you're, the simpler it is to interrupt free of harmful inner thinking process like rage. You can do in bed. Researchers suggest that chronic anger and hatred are usually since firmly connected to heart attacks as are smoking, diabetes, as well as raised cholesterol levels. A yoga exercise generally seems to decrease anger through improving thoughts of concern and also interconnection through calming the specific neurons, nerve fibers as well as the mind. Additionally, it raises you skill to step away from the drama of your lifestyle, to stay regular in the face of bad news or even disturbing occasions. Love may not be just about most, but it definitely can help in healing. Cultivating the particular mental health associated with buddies, family, and community has been shown frequently to improve health insurance and healing. An everyday yoga exercise practice helps create friendliness, concern, as well as higher equanimity. Together with yogic viewpoints focus on steering clear of problems for others, telling the truth, and also getting only the thing you need, this could boost many of your associations. Conducting a run before your program will certainly prepare you calmly for the yoga exercises poses you need to perform. First of all, some of the postures stimulate sluggish organs to increase their particular hormonal ability. The thyroid, especially, features a big result in the fat since it affects body metabolism. Balance pose. Yoga exercises is definitely an historical system of exercise in which boosts health from the within out there. The majority of us acknowledge the significance of exercise, however find small moment with regard to it. Yoga exercise is probably the simply forms of physical exercise in which it energizes our bodies whilst serving the mind remain concentrated. You should perform yoga on an empty stomach and the early hours are best with regard to that. You'll need to set aside 15 minutes of energy for yourself, and definitely will keep energized. Inhaling and exhaling is the most unexplainable processes, and it is with the medium of breath how the body is united with the soul. When you inhale and exhale deeply and also you observe simultaneously that a breath will come in as well as goes out. Whenever you simply observe the inhalation and exhalation, you come to know that not only you are separate from the physical body, the breath is also separate from you. Then you know that you are simply an observer separate from both the physical body and the breathing process. There is a specific quantity of carbon dioxide as well as oxygen in our entire physique. Meditative breathing changes its ratio. As soon as this ratio changes, accompanying modifications will start taking place in the body, the mind, the blood and the central nerves. Deep breathing hits the basic center, and as the experience may expand, you'll plainly begin to start to understand the exact place where it really is struck simply by inhaling. First, effective breathing will be sensed around the center, which is your most lively center as such. For example, if you constantly work using with your brain, after meditative breathing your brain will end up heavy. It will likely be due to the fact your mental faculties center is your most active center. Breathing is one of our most important functions. Proper breathing promotes more oxygen to the blood and to the brain. In the process of respiration we all inhale air, oxygen, into our body, proceeding via the body systems in a form of energy to charge our different parts of the body. Next, all of us breathe out carbon dioxide and bear off many toxic wastes from our own system. But life is filled with stress because of the everyday work, family responsibilities, or financial problems. We all often disregard our own breathing. Hence, this tends to end up being quickened of shallow breathing. Heart illnesses, rest problems, as well as fatigue are the effects regarding oxygen malnourishment. Simply by practicing deep and systematic breathing with pranayama, we can all re-energize our entire physique. With breathing exercise, we all increase the actual capability of our lungs, delivering more oxygen supply for the body to operate properly. All of us learn how to take a breath easy and profoundly, the right way. Conclusion. Yoga exercises methods can easily boost life expectancy and excellence of existence through decreasing metabolic process, decreasing rate of respiration, offering total rest with the body and mind, improving life energy throughout aiding rejuvenation. During survey of high of traditional medicine, most patients are found to usually neglected individuals of care. In yoga exercises, it really is what you do on your own that matters. Yoga exercises give you the various tools to assist you change, and you also may well begin to feel better the first time you try training. It's also possible to notice that the harder an individual invests in exercise, the greater an individual gain. This kind of brings about three things. You get involved in your own personal treatment. You will find your involvement gives you the power to result modify, as well as seeing that it is possible to effect change off as you wish. And also desire by alone can be therapeutic. Postures maintain the entire physique versatile, much a smaller amount anxiety, much a smaller amount toxins. Pranayama helps you to balance and harmonize left and right hemispheres with the brain, control the nerve fibers as well as boost the essential life energy. Meditation enables resting and also refreshing stressed and also endocrine techniques, helping revitalize human mental system and also for the better memory function. A positive attitude helps stimulate the nerve fibers and supply an objective, purpose and also aim in everyday life. Yoga exercises create all the tranquility in among one's psychological, mental and also spiritual elements in the all-natural way. Final conclusion. Thank you again for downloading Supercharge your Total Awareness Level Box Set, Guide to Train and Improve Your Mind and Spirit Excellence to Existence. I hope this box set was able to help you to understand how it is possible for you to obtain and develop the great energy that is inside of you and use it throughout your life. The next step is to try this knowledge and see how it works for you. All what's left to say is good luck. With a positive attitude and determination you can reach your goals and get that life you've always wanted. Reach out for your dreams. Finally, if you enjoyed reading this book, please spare a few minutes to share your comments and please try posting a review on Amazon. It shall be highly appreciated. I really do hope this will help you on your journey. Click right here to leave a review for this book on Amazon. Supercharge your body free gift preview. Download your own copy today, click here. Essential foods and nutrients to supercharge the body. Protein. Protein is a fundamental supplement, such as, in way of the milk or hemp protein powder that ought to be incorporated in every body routine diet. While protein can help you accomplish much well-being and wellness objectives, for instance, muscle building and weight loss, its basic function is its edibility. Once the protein is inside the body, it breaks down rather rapidly, sending amino acids to muscle tissues, and permitting the body to the necessary rejuvenation. Protein also comprises of peptides, which are protein parts that help build blood flow to the muscles and permits them to take in more oxygen, supplements, and hormones when they require them. To augment the effectiveness of proteins, it is best to take it first thing in the morning or instantly after an exercise workout. You can get sufficient from plant-based sustenance. Find out how to source protein from vegetables, nuts, seeds and whole grains. Soy is an alternate choice yet not really essential for the individuals who dislike soy. In the event that you do use soy, make sure it is without GMO and natural or the result of what you're really consuming. Likewise, don't think little of the amount your quality is continuously drained by the guilt of consuming meat, dairy, eggs, and non-natural nourishments. All that demise you're helping is going to make oblivious guilt, and that is going to be terrible for your well-being. Cherish life, for yourself and for the innocent animals on this earth, and be astoundedly extravagant you feel. Try to begin making natural sustenance at home. You can get ready veggie lover pesto, vegetarian mushroom sauce, veggie hummus, and veggie lover banana, whole grain cakes with natural maple margarine, smoothies, and vegetarian falafel with hummus and hot sauce on whole grain bread with green salad. Juices to supercharge your body energy level. Juice is not simply a stimulant in your morning routine workout. It's also known to enhance center, stomach, help muscle quality, and support energy and extra fat loss amid exercising sessions. Stimulant is also helpful for your liver, and improves natural mindset. Consuming 1 to 2 cups of espresso coffee a day has additionally been joined with a lower harm for heart issues, and tumors, particularly in ladies. The best drink regimen to supercharge your vitality levels, matcha green tea super drink. Matcha green tea powder has been found to support digestion system and burn calories, fight infections and pathogenic microorganisms, improves smooth disposition, fights growth of harmful bacteria, washes down and detoxifies the body and controls yearnings. Chocolate energy drink, with basic characteristic add-ins, this caffeinated beverage is an easy decision for chocolate bows. Green tea energy drink, a drink that ensures to start the mind cells calm down and get the juices going at the end of the day toward the evening drop. Pineapple ginger mint juice, it is much better for you to get your vitality from natural fresh sources, that taste unfathomable, instead of fake beverages. Cinnamon coconut water kefir, coconut water is astonishing for you all alone. Attempt this formula and receive such a great amount of all the more in return. Blueberry Kia Blast, this vitality-boosting smoothie is certain your go-to formula for a sound enhancement of energy. Homemade electrolyte energy drinks, by making your own specific electrolyte caffeinated beverages at home with grand characteristic add-ins, you could make certain these are super healthy and useful for your body. Coconut beverage is one of the most loved sustenance and beverages ever. The water inside the fresh coconut is an isotonic drink loaded with electrolytes and can even be used as a part of blood transfusions. It is rich in potassium, is perfect for legitimate rehydration and has solid antiviral properties. It likewise contains kinetin, which keeps the coconut fresh in spite of the way that it's under the sun throughout the day. Kinetin has literally the same impact on our body and keeps you youthful. Coconut is high in protein and fiber and is an extraordinary immersed fat, essential to our body. It's been demonstrated that the immersed fat in coconut oil keeps the immune system, thyroid glands, sensory system and skin. Coconut oil and its butter are likewise an extremely solid immersed fat and are ideal for cooking as it's the main margarine that stays stable when you warm it. Even olive oil is not splendidly steady when you warm it. Hence, Using coconut oil for cooking is much more secure and healthier than whatever other oils. Fish oil. Taking a fish oil supplement regularly can help natural well-being and invigorate fat-burning qualities in the body, enhancing lean mass, while diminishing muscle-to-fat ratios at the same time. Fish oil contains two dynamic fixings that are not found in other supplements, a few beneficial acids. These parts enhance a healthier and vulnerable system and protect your body against many contaminations and illnesses. Vitamin B. Consuming the right measure of B vitamins is vital for helping the body change overnourishment into vitality, and supplying oxygen to muscle tissue. The mixture of these vitamins is essential for anything mind-related, including temperament, memory, and anxiety, yet some people don't get enough. An insufficient measure of vitamin B can prompt a deficiency of vitality, higher anxiety levels, constipation, and anemia. The best source of B vitamins can likewise be found in proteins, for example, fish, chicken and liver. Yet taking a B complex will give the greater essential part of the B vitamins vital for good metabolism, healthy digestion system, cerebrum working and general well-being. Supercharge your body energy level. Here is a preview of what you'll learn. The roots of an everlasting energy: being wise with what you put in your body. Essential factors for great energy. Why you should choose your mood consciously. Improve your overall wellness. And much, much more. You can get your own copy right now by clicking this link.